I'm Steve McGilloway, the Director of Big Small. We're a product design and development agency based in Belfast. I got involved in product design straight from college, and I've been working in the industry for about 16 years. Product design really is about trying to creative problem solve and bring products and artifacts through to the market for commercial sales and mass manufacture. Our work is mainly studio based, working with customers and clients here on site. Day to day it can involve sketching, brainstorming, generating ideas, 3D CAD work. But typically we work 9 to 5, sometimes longer if the brief demands it. As part of our process, we take our 2D sketches and our drawings and we move those forward into the 3D environment. 3D CAD is computer-aided design, where we can have a full digital representation of the object or the artifact in a 3D digital environment and use that data to communicate with prototypers or with manufacturers. In coming into our industry from college or university, we really look for strong communicators in sketching and drawing. Those sketches and drawings help tell stories. Those stories help clients realize and understand their ideas. Today I'm going to talk about product design. I'm going to show you part of the product design process, which is generating ideas through sketching and drawing. In the classroom, if you look around, everything from the chairs that you sit on, to the computer mouse, to the light switch, all of those objects have been through a product design process. The product I'm going to talk about today is a bicycle light for road safety and visibility. In the first instance, when you tackle a product design brief, you start with words and you record those words onto the page. You must think about the power source, and the power source will most likely be a battery. It could also be a dynamo. Batteries could be interchangeable or they could be rechargeable. We also have to think about the light source, maybe an LED or a bulb, and we have to think about how strong that light is, and we measure light in lumens. We also have to think about fixing that light onto the bicycle frame, such as a little rubber strap. We also have to think about the weather, things like water ingress or weatherproofing. And the last thing that we have to think about overall is the PCB or the technology packet that goes inside. The PCB acts as the interface between the battery and the light. So if you're working together in groups in class, the idea is to come together and talk about the main functions and the main issues around using the product. Then record those on a piece of paper, writing them down quite large and letting everyone contribute to the process. The next stage is to move into the research phase. Research is broken down into 2 stages. In primary research, we go out and investigate cycling as a sport or as a pastime, bicycles themselves. We talk to cyclists and we buy products. We then reverse engineer those products, which means we take them apart, look at their assembly, their construction and their materials and make an assessment of those. In secondary research, we look at magazines and periodicals, we look at books, and we look online. One example is using the internet to research projects, to examine what type of lights are already in the marketplace, who's producing those lights, what they look like, their colours, their forms, and their identity. We also use lots of design periodicals and design books, and again what we're looking at here are shapes, forms, ideas, things that other designers have done in order to solve a specific problem that they've been tasked with. The next stage, after carrying out the secondary research, is to start to look through and generate some sketching and some ideas. We do this by sketching lots of different forms, and with everyone participating in the process, we can generate lots of ideas very quickly. So having discussed with my colleagues, we've selected Idea 1, based around the simplicity, the ease of manufacture, and the friendliness of the form. What we then start to do is develop the idea through more detailed sketching and drawing. So I've taken the project through to the final selection and sketch stage. Now's your chance to do the same. There are other possibilities if you want to take the project further. From here, we move the 2D sketch into the 3D environment by generating a 3D CAD model inside 3D CAD. Just to recap what we've just carried out as part of the design process. In the first instance, we sat down and talked about the problems and the parameters. This was effectively establishing the design project. In the second stage, we looked at primary and secondary research. From here, we moved from the research phase into sketching and recording, and in the fourth phase, we moved it forward into selecting. So now our product has gone through the whole process. This is the final manufactured item. I have a little plastic packet on the back that holds our battery and PCB, our lens in the front, our little on-off switch, and the two little ears at the side that hold our little rubber strap. To weatherproof it and to recharge it, we have this little grommet at the back, plugs in, and the strap goes on to the little lugs. And when you turn it on, it'll definitely keep you visible on the road.